that is very happy about what unfolded. He is the Blues coach in Brad Fittler, who joins us now. Brad, great to have your company. Firstly, congratulations. Long flight home today. You've had plenty of time to reflect on what happened last night. Is there one moment in particular that stands out for you?
Full-time siren.
I can imagine. I
think our boys got in a position where there was naturally 10 or so minutes grace where, the result wasn't hinged on a try or, someone making a great play. So I think, in Origin you don't get that very often. So that was a luxury. But I just really enjoyed the game. We trained really hard. We worked hard. They had a game plan. They stuck to it. And they won the game. So, that's the plan at the start of every preparation.
Brad, it feels real good after the game because of the extraordinary second half. I'm just interested in your thoughts at half-time and how you felt the game was balanced at that point in time.
I felt towards the back end of the first half, Gus, that we were in control. I thought, their try, Cameron Munster's try, come from a long way out. I thought their other try was a touch and go as well. I thought we defended that not too bad. So I felt like that we're in control. And I think, just before the Felice Kaufusi sin bin, I thought they were trying to slow the game down, especially while we were on their line anyway. So I think if they didn't get the sin bin, I think we were going to score sooner or later.
Freddie, can you give us a bit of an insight into Jake Trbojevic and what he's like throughout the week? I mean, we know how well he played last night. He was brutal in defence and he led the forwards for metres. But I spoke to a couple of players after the game. They told me that he spoke at half-time and it was so passionate. Was he like that all week?
Well, I think any time one of the Trbojevics come in, they just warm your heart. They just love the game and love everything about it. And they're not complicated. They put in 100% effort in everything they do. They enjoy training. They never complain. It's, the reason initially to sort of not pick Jake was around, we had Isaiah Yeo, who's been, the best sort of lock forward, I suppose, at doing that job, especially with those Penrith players around in the halves. And then you also had Cameron Murray. So I felt like, maybe it was one too many, but he played front row, a position he's not used to doing, and I thought he was great.
Freddie, there was a big moment in the game just before half-time, the sin binning of Felice Kaufusi. Do you think your comments after game one and meeting with the referees, do you think that contributed to the decision at all by Ashley Klein to send Kaufusi to the sin bin?
Well, seriously, just you got it on TV now. It's ridiculous. And just before that, there was a penalty and 2-6 again. So, no, I don't think so at all. I think we lost the penalties as well. We had slower play the balls in the stats I got back. So, at the end of the day, I don't know how much leverage I got there.
Brad, everyone talking about what's happened on the field. I want to talk a little bit about off the field in the preparation. You made the decision to go over on the Monday leading into the Sunday game. It was going to be a short week's preparation anyway. Queensland didn't arrive till Thursday. I don't want to criticise what they did, but from your perspective, how beneficial was it to get over there for the full week and do all your training in Perth?
Well, one bonus was the weather, Gus. We had great facilities that we used before. It's a high school called Hale, and they got great facilities, so that was close to our hotel. The weather helped because it allowed us just to, we're healthy and we're running on firm grounds, and that really benefited. But the one thing we realised was the sleep. Now, I know it's only 2 hours, but a lot of us were waking up at 4 o'clock for the first couple of days, and then by game day, it was like everyone had their best sleep. One of the things we spoke about coming in was on the day of the game was, how good their sleep was on that night. And, we thought it might have been an issue because it might only feel like, it's only 2 hours difference, but it sort of took a while to get used to that. And I thought it was a bonus anyway. So, it's only 80 minutes of footy. And, I think the players prove you can fly in and fly out at any stage and come up with a quality performance. But I think to get 100%, I felt like the week was the best way to do it for us.
Right. I know you've been close to him all his life, or pretty much all his life, but Nathan Cleary last night with his second half performance there for the Blues must have been dear to your heart.
Yeah, it was. He gets a bit battered, but, on the other hand, when they go well, he gets praise. So he's fully aware of his position in the game at the moment. There's a few things in the first half that I thought this was one of them where, he didn't get the bounce, but, Cameron Munster is the best thief in the game at taking the ball. He kept that ball, and I thought that was a big play. Was backed up shortly after with a couple of nice kicks, and then obviously the one to Burden for the try. And then once I think we got in control and was playing off the front foot, he really come into his own and started to show, some of his skill, the pass to Tupu and then some of the runs. He's a very courageous player. And the one thing when I picked him as a kid was because I've never seen a bloke dive on so many loose balls that are around people's feet. He chases kicks. He does all that stuff that no one credits him for. And that's the reason why we picked him and we keep picking him. And now the other part of his game is becoming really polished.
Freddie, you made 5 changes. You're vindicated with the performance of the team last night. You look ahead to Game 3 and you have a fit Latrell Mitchell and a fit Jack Wyden back on the selection table. What do you do with those players?
Wait for the medical, Freddie.
No, I would just wait to this weekend. I thought Matthew Burden was outstanding. One of the better debut games I've seen, actually. Really good and great to have around the camp. He was a really popular member. Pretty quiet sort of kid. His family come over. It was lovely to meet them, and you can see why he is who he is. They're a wholehearted family, and you can tell they love the game. And he's gone to the Dogs, and it hasn't been easy. And he's changed positions, but then stepped back into his old position, a new role, different players, and handled it easy.
That kicking game, simply sublime. Brad, congratulations. Great to catch up with you. See you back at work later this week.
I think are we walking tomorrow with the Mark Hughes Beanie Foundation?
Certainly are. I'll see you on the pavement. Bring it on.
I'll see you then, mate.
Good on you, Brad Fittler, the Blues head coach, and of course our mate for his successful night. And for him now, it's all about that decider. July 13, Wednesday night, exclusive, live and free, right here on 9 as New South Wales look to wrap up the series. Queensland might have something to say about though on their home tracks.